Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, and thank you to the witnesses for speaking on this important topic today. It has been a big year for transportation across the country as we have rolled out the bipartisan infrastructure law in my home state of Arizona. We have 609 new road and bridge project commitments using IIJA funds. $170 million was awarded through 12 grants to my state, and we received $466 million in federal reimbursements for ongoing transportation work. But what do those funds mean? What is the actual impact? For the Arizona Department of Transportation, who has received more than $35 million of those discretionary funds, they've been able to begin a huge range of projects, from a wildlife crossing pilot to cut down on vehicle collisions to improve habitat connectivity, safeguarding our wildlife, to project planning for our Phoenix and Tucson passenger rail to keep our communities connected. Our federal work has spurred local and state investment as well. ADOT pushed hard to complete 24 critical pavement preservation projects in 2023, repaving and restoring more than 300 miles of highway. All of this is good news and showcasing that the State Department of Transportation is stronger than it was before the historic investment of the bipartisan infrastructure law. For all the progress we've made, we still have unfinished work to do. Arizona's top infrastructure priority, my top infrastructure priority, is the expansion of Interstate 10. I-10 connects Arizona's two largest cities, Phoenix and Tucson, and tens of thousands of people commute along it every day. But it's more than a commuter route. I-10 is a key commercial artery for freight traffic to and from the ports in Southern California and for international commerce with our largest trading partner, Mexico. Despite the critical importance of I-10 in the state, for 26 miles along the Gila River Indian community, it is only 2 lanes. Any Arizonan who has driven this stretch will tell you that is not enough. The congestion and traffic are horrible, and it is a safety hazard. A single crash can back up this highway for many miles. Even standard rush hour traffic causes significant backups in this corridor that would be averted with a 3rd lane in both directions. The state of Arizona has applied for an infra grant under the bipartisan infrastructure law. My team and I worked with ADOT to make it as competitive as possible, and it is my hope and expectation that this project will move forward very soon. And I'm glad to see the Transportation Intermediaries Association and the AGC here today, and I'd like to talk to both of you about the importance of supply chains. Mr. Tucker, a large focus of your testimony on behalf of the TIA was on the supply chain and the importance of freight as part of that equation. Can you speak about the impacts that congestion has on supply chains and the importance of investment in projects like the I-10 expansion?
Thank you, Congressman. I would agree with your assessment with regard to I-10, and I don't think that enough Americans understand that we have ports that go through land, right? Our land crossings, essentially. I think that we will begin understanding that a lot more. As I've said numerous times and in my written and oral testimony so far, Mexican freight traffic will continue and is only going to grow. And we really have to tackle that, right? So anything that represents a bottleneck, such as what you've described, and there are others, but clearly you've got a key one there in Arizona. Anything that slows that down, it increases costs to consumers. It increases costs to the retailers who pass it on to the consumers, and especially with regard to things that may spoil, such as food. These are, we have. And I think we should really appreciate it. And I don't think we always do, because we're always talking here about what's needed in infrastructure. We have the greatest delivery system in the world, this country. And we just need continued investment and continued collaboration, bipartisan work in this committee. This is a wonderful committee, and I thank you guys for being on it. Thanks to all of you. But we've got work to do.
Thank you. Yeah. And I should note that Mexico is not only the #1 trading partner of Arizona, but now it is the #1 trading partner of the entire United States of America. Ms. Benford, maybe the same question. How commercial arteries like I-10 play a role in bettering supply chain costs so we can improve I-10?
So in Wyoming, we have a similar artery, I-80, that goes through our state that I would just echo what Ms. Tucker said. It's very vital that these supply chains are dependable and that we can get what we need on time so that we don't delay our projects.
I appreciate those great answers. And with that, I yield back.